Sports time now, so we head on over to the sports studio. Say good evening to Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie, what do you have for us tonight?
Well, good evening, Lisa. Now, work is ongoing behind the scenes to prepare the possibility that the 2020 Barbados Cricket Association season will begin in a few months. That's the update from President of the BCA, Conde Riley, who has remained hopeful that the sport will restart on the island once the threat of COVID-19 is diminished. Spartan are the defending champions, amassing 119 points last season to lift the trophy and pocket $20,000. Empire placed second with 111 points and will be third with 96. St. Catherine, who finished bottom of the standings with 40 points, were demoted to the first division, while YMPC, who won the first division, is back in the elite after being demoted in 2011.
We are doing all that we can do. We've been doing a lot of work at Kensington Oval on the outfield, the pitches, the practice net, so that as soon as the all clear is given, we're ready to hit the ground running. Also, there's a situation where practice, you can't just start or go off on a tour without practice. So I'm hoping that even if we can have like 3 guys at a time, 3 coaches that work one-on-one, that the guys, that we can get that sort of permission. But for now, it's the responsibility, or it's the responsibility of the Prime Minister, the Ministry of Health, and the Minister of Sport. But we can make suggestions to them as to how we can keep these guys going. Kensington was a big place, and we have a lot of coaches. So we don't have to have them, bunched to put one guy to two guys to a coach, and, the minimum contact. I know we have bowling machines as well, so that you don't need all those boys.
Riley also says the planned protocols for cricket due to the COVID-19 will take some adjusting to, but a format for the various competitions has been designed to maximize time.
What we've done, we have scenarios whether, if we can start in July, what the season will look like. If we start in August, how we would be able to do that. So we have three scenarios for starting later in the year once the all clear games have been drawn up. The actual fixturing looked at, zoning, in other words, the meters are round robin and the first division, but we're looking at splitting those in 2 zones, to save time and to get through a season, and they have like semi-final and final for both of them. So, so make sure that we can get some cricket in and get the guys ready for next year.
West Indies captain Jason Holder says that while the proposed tour to England in July will represent an opportunity for players to actually make some money, he's also reiterating the views of Cricket West Indies front office that no player will be forced to travel if they do not feel safe doing so. CBC's Sean Green reports.
The Windy skipper added that the longer they stay off the field, the longer it is for them to actually make some money. But in the same token, no player will be under pressure to tour the UK, which has been hard hit, with over 250,000 cases and 34,000 deaths. Biosecure environments will of course minimize that risk for all players, and while the boys have admitted throughout the crisis that they need to return to play as soon as possible in order to bring in TV revenue, few players have spoken about their own need to earn. West Indies players have felt the financial impact of the COVID-19 shutdown harder than most, with match fees from games earlier this year delayed, and the CEO Johnny Grave accepting that Cricket West Indies is facing a tough time financially. Holder, though, admitted that after a packed international schedule, the break had come at a good time for him personally, as an opportunity to recharge before playing again. Sean Green, CBC Sports.
Barbadian Olympic swimmer Alex Sobers could be back in the pool later this month after COVID-19 restrictions in the United States were partially lifted in some states. Speaking to CBC's Damien Best from Boston, Sobers says he has continued to stay in shape indoors.
Having graduated from Emmanuel College in Boston, Massachusetts at the beginning of May, Barbadian swimmer Alex Sobers was hoping to qualify for the Olympic Games in Tokyo, Japan this summer. However, as COVID-19 struck the United States, that dream of making his second appearance on the big stage was put on hold.
I was at a swim meet and they just canceled it off just like that. So I had to go back to school, collect all my stuff, then come to Boston, where every side. So then that was just a whole hectic, it was a whole drama. But I just graduated from Emmanuel College on May 2nd, I think. so I don't have to do like any more of that school stuff anymore. So I'm just currently like just at home chilling, just working out. I'm trying to swim. I've just been working out from home and we're trying to keep fit.
The 6-footer, who is a former student of Christchurch Foundation Secondary School, had competed at the Rio 2016 Games and gained maximum exposure after rubbing shoulders with the very best in the world.
People I looked up to, it was definitely obviously Michael Phelps. Then my favorite swimmer, Charlie Clough from South Africa. Then like even all the big swimmers like from the other Caribbean countries like Dylan Carter, definitely look up to all those people. But the things that I take away from the Olympics are like never give up. Even in the race with Charlie Clough and Michael Phelps, like Charlie Clough was leading, and then I think Michael Phelps like took the lead after. Like I just like never to give up. The race is not done until like everyone touches the ball. So just never to give up and just keep pushing.
With the period of qualification extended for the Olympics, Sobers is hoping to make the trip next year in the 200 and 400 meter freestyle.
I would definitely try to qualify for the 2020 Olympics, which is now the 2021. All the whole situation is just a setback. I haven't swum in like 2 months now, so trying to get back in the pool like as soon as it opens, it's gonna be like a difficult situation. Currently, I'm just like doing like jogs on mornings, just working out in the basement and stuff like that. But then like when the pool open back up, it's gonna be like hard training from day one, just trying to get back to where it was at least. I was like half a second off in like the 200. Last time I swam at like the Pan American Games in Peru. So that was like definitely looking forward to getting back into shape and just trying to get back where it was so I could go to 2021. If everything was normal, I would have been going back to Barbados for the Caribbean Games, just to do like a couple of time trials because it was in Barbados. So I would have flew home for that, and then I would have come back to America, did some school, and then did some Pro Series meets, and then just get ready for that. And then we'll have the Olympics, and after that we'll have the World Championships. So I was definitely looking forward. It would have been a busy year in terms of swimming, and I was definitely looking forward to it.
Of note, the reopening of pools in Boston is part of Phase 2 of that city's plans to gradually reopen. Damien Best, CBC Sports.
We head on back over to the sports studio. Say welcome back to Anne-Marie. Second half, over to you.
Well, Lisa, 400-meter Olympic finalist Brelon Taplin of Grenada has lost his appeal against a 4-year ban for dodging a doping test and will miss the Tokyo Games and the next 2 track and field World Championships. The Court of Arbitration for Sport said they found Taplin's explanation that he was never approached or chaperoned to give a sample after winning an April 2019 race at the Grenada Invitational was implausible. The CAS judge upheld the ruling by the Caribbean Anti-Doping Organization, saying that they found Taplin was indeed told by a chaperone during the trackside media interviews that he was needed to give a sample. The sprinter had just won the men's 400 meters. The judge also said he was comfortably satisfied that the athlete was guilty of the offense of evading sample collection as he subsequently left the stadium, and on the following day he took an early flight out of the country. The Florida-born athlete's defense was that he had not been properly notified that he had been selected for the doping control test. Taplin, who's 28, is banned until September 24, 2023. He will miss major athletics meets in each of the next 3 years. The postponed Tokyo Olympics in 2021. The World Championships in Eugene, Oregon also postponed 1 year to 2022, and the 2023 Worlds in Budapest, Hungary. Well, surprise inspections, GPS tracking and video analysis are methods that could be used to ensure clubs adhere to new safety guidance as they prepare for the resumption of the English Premier League as teams started non-contact training in small groups earlier today. And the league had previously identified June 12 for matches to possibly start again, but there is now an expectation that this will need to be pushed back.